Welcome, guys. Welcome. We're back with Distant Worlds 2. That's three back-to-backs, I think, that we've got with this one. We're in the middle of a war with the Atuuks, and which I have spelled incorrectly. I knew I spelled it incorrectly. Well, I better change that, actually. I get all the different names wrong all the time. Just let me change it. When I looked at it, I thought, no, that's definitely wrong. Definitely wrong. So we'll just go and change it in here as well. Stream settings, edit. I'll just go and change that one so that at least we've got the right connections in through there. Okay, so anyway, I just can't stop playing this game, and I'll also really be not playing it much over the coming week or so. Because there's some new games coming out, which I've been looking forward to playing as well. So I'm sort of trying to squeeze in as many of these sort of games. I was just thinking of just Dwarf Fortress as well. But tomorrow I'll be able to show the new beta for Elemental, which is really, really cool. I don't know what they've actually launched with that one, so I better not talk much about that one. And then Ashes of the Singularity 2, which is an incredible game. Anyway, so they'll be sort of coming over the coming weeks, or coming week anyway, so I'll probably sort of be playing a fair bit of that, I would think. Anyway, let's get into this one here. We'll just go and continue our game. So we're sort of in a position where we're actually doing very, very well in this war, but it's still not where I want it to be. And so I don't want to just have a peace yet. We're in a good position, but there could be more. Hi, Began. How are you going? Yes, I'm a bit late today as well. I've got some sort of chest thing again, which is annoying. So I don't know where that's come from. Now they've got this. The first invasion fleet is still back here, with still a fair amount of infantry and armor on board. Now they're sort of, you can see they're spread between the Nithos system and back to in their home system. Now we don't have a presence back here just yet. Now they may be picking things up. There's actually two invasion fleets, two Atuuk invasion fleets. It's their home world. If we just go back out and have a look at both invasion fleets, we've got the first invasion fleet with some infantry and armor, and then the 22nd invasion fleet, also just 2 infantry, 1 armor. So there's not a hell of a lot there. What we've been doing is we've been in this system over here, just sort of being a bit of a pain in the bum for them, just sort of doing damage to everything. What we'll do is we'll just finish off this holiday lounge. I'm trying to get this war score up as high as I possibly can. Our invasion, the one invasion we did try, failed. Actually, what I might do is even go back to our 3 areas. We have raiders coming in that are coming into, well, this one's actually now going back. We've now got enough protection back here to defend the home systems. But we do actually have this world here I haven't really been building anything up on. Let's have a look and see what we have. Now we are building troop cloning and planetary administration complex there, so that's fine. And we do actually have some units already established there. We'll leave them where they are in that case and just wait till we get to cloning, and then we'll sort of go for different things. Now these 2 worlds in here, we are still building a lot in this one. So we've used up all of our troops in that failed invasion, and back in here as well, we do have some troops that have been built, but not a hell of a lot. And again, we've just got different things queued up. If we have a look and see what is actually queued up in through here, so we've got a lot of. We're going to be able to get the infantry done fairly quickly, but it's just it's this armor that's actually a bit of a problem. We are getting some armor now, but it's just not going to be enough to do what we need to do. So I don't think we'll be able to go back and invade this in time. Now there's another invasion fleet back over here, which is, let's have a look and see what that one actually is. So this one here is the 13th with 3 infantry and 5 armor. Now they've been trying to get back to this world and take it. I'm tempted. We do have This one's trying to build a large mining station. We're right here ready to go. What I'm thinking of doing is, just so that I can corner this market, rather than, like these guys are really unhappy. They keep on rebelling all the time. What we can do with them is basically just ditch them, get rid of them entirely. And now there's different ways of doing this one. So what we want to do here is abandon Draconia 1. And so I'm going to, it will not become an independent colony. So we're just going to completely abandon the outpost. I think that's the best way for us to move because we've got the constructor right here. And then we can build the the mining station and corner the market that way. That way we're not reliant on having an outpost, which will ultimately flip anyway. So let's get rid of it. So Draconia 1 will be permanently abandoned, completely removing the population. All troops at the outpost will be disbanded, and all characters will be transferred elsewhere. Oh, hang on. In that case, I'm going to transfer that one to the Final Justice, and transfer that one to the Final Justice as well. So we did actually have a troop transport waiting in space, and we will now abandon it. Abandon the outpost. There we go. So we now actually have, and Precious Navigator is now building a mining station right here. So there it is. Cool. That's actually now going to work out fairly well. That then frees up these two fleets, because the fleets were protecting this world. We no longer need to protect it. We just need to now protect the mining base, which is easy. So that will then give us what we need. Let's just make sure that we do get started here. There we go. Cool, that's actually now being done. So we're going to end up with this mining station at Draconia 1. Well, that was nice and easy. That's a good start. Now we've got the 6th fleet and the 2nd fleet. The 2nd fleet is nicely fueled and ready to go. And we do actually have those two infantry are on board this one. Let's now just go after this group and destroy these. Now there is other mining stations back down this way as well. What I might do is I'll send them across to attack these. What are you doing? Don't know what its mission actually is. It's going to jump out of the system. Okay, the second. Go for this one next. Treasure recovered, that's fine. So we're on our way in. Now they're moving. Yeah, so this is actually now they were trying to chase this one out of the system, which I don't want them to do. What we'll do is with the 6th fleet, we will tell it that its job is, this is its new home base, is this mining station, and so it will just stay there. So we'll control the Zentavia fluid through this way here. Later outpost, not really. We don't need it. There's 4 location bonuses, but these all just come from the resources, from the Zentavia fluid. So we don't. It's got colony development, colony happiness, troop recovery rate, and plague curing, but it's only at this local location. So we're not getting. It's not as if there's a bonus. Sometimes it's worth building outposts when there's like a global bonus to the whole empire. In this case, it's not. It's only to whatever's stationed there. So I'm not interested in that one. All I'm interested in is basically just making sure that I control it. So we'll just make sure that the 2nd just keeps on coming back in. So the 2nd is now going to change its order. They're coming back in now. Oh, okay. Now this can be interesting. Our leader, Lutar Haxer, has been replaced in an empire-wide election, which is usually a positive thing. So this friendship lives in a wave of enthusiasm through our empire, improving happiness and decreasing war weariness at all our colonies. So that's pretty cool. Now this is also, our old leader was not the best leader. So hopefully this one will actually be better. Let's just keep them coming in. There's a couple there. And we'll just go back out and have another quick look at the first fleet, the dreaded first fleet, which is, what's it doing? The first fleet is just moving to somebody else. So what I might do is I might move them back into this area. I'm going to tell them to move to here. They should be able to jump across there and then sort of cause some issues. They're still trying to build stations and things, which is fine. We'll just keep on sort of doing what we're doing. When we get the opportunity, that is something that we will be probably wanting to control, I think. Just go and check what we've got. We've got a mining station there, which is going to be a good one for us. There's an explorer there from the Teekans as well. They're coming in to have a look and see what's going on. This is a planet. That one there does actually have steel and Aculon. Not really an important one for us to corner, and nothing there for us to really bother about either. So we've got the mining station established back over through here. We've taken it over, and it's sort of slowly being built up. And we also have this one as well. So we're sort of starting to now just get the locations in their home system where they will have to then go and trade with us when this war is over, which is good. So that has been done. We're not going to be able to get Nithos, which is why we just need another trade area in there as well. What have they got in there? What's that? Mining station. This one here is for Karuga beans. These are all things that I would like to be controlling. So I think once the second actually finishes this one, what have we got in here? We've got a couple of things in here. So I'll get the second to initially destroy this. I think it's almost time to end the war, to be honest. Now that we've sort of done what we have to do. Whoa, that's one that we want to get. Definitely want to go after that one there. Come on, guys, chase it down. Foreign mission. Okay, they've stolen our territory map. It's going to jump, of course. But it's got. It can really only. Now, if we can disable it, that would be ideal, but are we going to be able to disable it? No. System maps recovered. Trip transports, that's okay. That's by a... now, where is that? Way back over here. That's okay. Look, we're just going to... I can't really do much about what's going to be happening in this territory. Did we have looked before if there was any colonies that we can now that while we're at war, is it worth doing anything? Not really. There is this world here. Which is actually I think it would flip. It's very close to their actual location. The humans actually would be where we'd be wanting to settle this particular world. So we're right on the plus 20, but we just sort of must be just slightly under it. Opticon as well. That's another human-ish one that we would be wanting to go and get. But there's nothing else really that's... So there's a plus 21, Draconia. Oh, minus 21. Oh, that's the one for the outpost. Forget that. So that's the only one that's sort of outpost worthy. So we've got Crep Armor. Yeah, none of these are really worth it. Zandu 2. Where is that? Down over there, but it's not really worth it. Forget it. We'll leave them alone. Hi Tenro, how you going? And Brain Fart saying, hope all is well. Yeah, it was. We were all a bit shocked here in Australia with that terrorist attack yesterday, or the day before yesterday, which was a big surprise. which wasn't good. So personally, I'm got a little bit of a flu, but yeah, no, it was a shocking thing, that one. It sort of, yeah, really, yeah, makes you sort of scratch your head as to why people do that sort of shit. I just don't get it. Anyway, hi Boland, how you going? So I see Distant Worlds 2 is taking over just for a while, just for today, and then after that we're going to be having other games. So Cass, I thought about you when I read that. Wasn't sure if it was anywhere near the beach. Yeah, no, it's not. That was in Sydney, and I'm sort of up north of Brisbane, so long way away. But even so, it's just, you know, here we go. So the ships are coming in now. They're going to take as many of these as they possibly can. What we want to do is we want to find generals and admirals, if we can, in amongst these, and lots of troops. These are under construction. That one there. So the this is the first fleet. So they're just basically bounced in. I'm going to go and tell it to go and attack the dreadful conflict. Actually, no, that one there, sorry. So we're going to come smashing in with our big Actarian super ships. Just trying to get away. Small craft everywhere. Let's get rid of these ships while we're here then in that case. Alright, now I'm going to decline that one. The cruiser Tailsly Fox is under attack. That's okay. New mining station is complete. That's fine as well. So we'll just start to whittle work our way back around again. So yeah, this one's attacking the Beacon. So again, we'll just go back to the first fleet and attack. It's not going to last very long at all. Now the third fleet is heading in towards Matrani 3, which is actually, this is actually one of their old attack fleets, which has been severely weakened. Let's now move the first back around to attack the spaceport, which is currently under construction. And if we just go to show me, so they're coming into here. We've got two fleets back in here, two small fleets, and they're on their way. So we can see them now in the long-range scanners. But the third fleet really is not much at all. It's really only got a strength of 670, which is crazily useless. Ours is 1,000 just for one of the fleets, and the other one I think is in there as well, also at 1,000. So we've got two ships there with 1,000 points, which is going to be easy anyway for us. So I'll just dismiss that one. Now what are we doing? We're researching civilian ships. Might just see if what the cost would be to crash. I might just crash research this, just so it's going to get us even better with what we're doing. Let's leave that one there. Now, what have we got? The second is actually following it in, which I'm actually pretty happy about. So let's just keep on going in to destroy these. It'll be in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. I'll just get it to attack that one. So that way we'll sort of come in the middle of everything. Everything else is looking pretty good there. The rest of these ships are sort of back out. Now, actually, I do want to take this one. I'm going to get the second. Sorry, they're already moving out that way. Let's just get the Draconeer system under our control. Let's go and tell them to go back and capture this mining station. That way we'll have that under our control. Yeah, with different strike forces and things back out through here as well, which is fine. So we'll just keep things sort of thumping along at this point. And Just waiting for stuff to happen. So the first is now back in the home system again. They're getting up enough now to take another mining station. And these just aren't able to really compete with this fleet. This fleet is incredibly powerful. Tank saying, loving this Distant Worlds 2 streak. It does do damage to my channels, unfortunately, when I play too much of one game. But today will be the last day of Distant Worlds 2. And then we'll be playing Elemental tomorrow and Ashes of the Singularity after that. So, well, salvage and, yeah, just more detailed maps, unfortunately. That's okay. We're getting very close now to... it being fine for us to start to declare peace or to offer peace. I would even actually, do I want a white peace? Maybe not. Only 3. Okay, here we go. So they've come in. So they're now attacking us. They're not going to be able to last. This is just the automatic defences will kick in. The 5th, actually that's the 4th invasion fleet. They were building up. I've only got 5 infantry, 1 armour at the moment on that one. Look, I'll just get the 4th to move across and load troops at Matrani 3. We're just trying to build up another invasion force if we can. So these are the protection forces, the 7th. Attacking the 3rd fleet. The Atuuk ships are very, very weak. They're now realising this is way too strong for them. Coming, the 6th Strike Force. Yep, that's okay again as well. And there's another one as well, the 3rd Fleet. So this one here, the 7th, if we just go and check its orders, same system and just protecting the system itself, which is fine. So that will be okay. It's now moving off to try to attack this one, which it won't really be able to do. Not effectively. And then we've got a 6th Strike Force moving in behind that one. Back over here, we have the 5th Strike Force is now raiding to sort of take things over. They're raiding targets. It's a mining station with... Ooh, Caslon. So the 5th... I'm going to tell the... Oh, hang on, they don't have any troop boarding strength. They did have some. They're not on it, are they? No, they're just going to destroy it. In that case, we will be wanting to go and mine this one ourselves. So that will be a good one for us. So I'll just wait for that one to fall, and then we'll actually get that as a refueling station. I'm trying to corner as much of their markets for the Atuuks for when the war finishes, just so that they've got nothing really left. If we go back and have another quick look in here, just to make sure they've got that mining station still. That's theirs. I'm really looking for gas giants. Let's say gas giant, but it does have good Caslon actually. Yeah, this is the sort of place that we'd be wanting to go and try to take over, just so that they have to ultimately then buy the fuel from our operations. So the 2nd is now coming back in to take this one. Now they're offering to end the war. I'm actually tempted. Our war bonus has actually gone away completely. If I end right now, I end up in a pretty solid position, and then we actually can just get back on with doing other things. I had wanted to take this research station, the Quell research station, but we never really got there. Now, why did we lose so much? They've destroyed one base, that's what it is. It's only a white piece. I think we'll do it because we actually do want to have them in this case, we just want to have them sort of like, we want to work with them. We wanted to, like, we've done most of what we wanted, not all of it. I definitely wanted to get control of Draconeer, and I wanted to be in control of a lot of their resources in their home system, which means that they'll be paying us for it. So I think we'll say yes. I think we'll actually agree to this now. So let's accept the treaty. And then we can start to now try to be friendly with them. So Matrani 3 spaceport is under attack, so that's okay. We'll just dismiss that one. And so that really won't be a problem anymore. So we should be fine. They could technically still put an outpost on here. I don't know if they can with us having a mining station there. So that would be interesting to sort of see what does happen. So we've got the second now. The second can now just go back home again. Now their home base is the Kujum. I'm just going to put them back on to defend. So they're just going to go back off to their old station and just go back and stay there, because we may find that these guys may become a bit more aggressive. These guys may become more aggressive as well. So we'll end up with the 6th back over through here. The 6th is actually now positioned at the at Draconeer 1 mining station, so I'll put them into a defensive role, and that's okay. They can just have that sort of area to look after. The first is home base is Matrani 3, so we'll send it back home again. So we'll just go back and give them a defend role. So they'll actually now head back home again. So they'll look after that region, which is fine. I could even now send them off if there's if we end up having troubles. I think all the pirates up this way we've actually got under our control. But I'm thinking, I don't know which one will be the next threat. Certainly the Komarachis have taken a big beating from these guys here, from the Quamino. It may be that the Quamino is the next of our targets, or we fully suppress these guys. But I'm not sure just yet. We'll go back into a trade, into just trying to get as much trade as possible. So what we'll do is we'll end up. I might just go back to diplomacy. Now they're only -8 after all that, which is not bad, and it's actually it's actually going to be friendlier than what we expect. So and so you can see all the stuff that's rusting away. Even the unjustified war is now 0. That doesn't really matter. Your knowledge of our language has improved, so that's actually good. 2.3, they respect our good reputation, such as it is. So you enraged by your declaration of war against us, that's rusting away. That'll be gone very, very soon. And your colonies and bases trespass in our systems, that's always going to be a problem. That's going to get worse and worse. Actually, that is going to get worse and worse from that one. But that's just the way it's going to have to be. So if they become aggressive, we'll just keep on stomping on them until they become suppressed and end up sort of just falling in with us. Yeah, we did the exploit trade loopholes. That's getting better and better, but this one's going negative. That is going to make it worse. Sorry, this is trending downwards. We can get around it by giving them gifts again, so we can sort of just keep it sort of going along. But the whole idea ultimately is to make them pay through the nose for resources, and for us to also then have the Zentabia fluid streaming back into our own system. So nothing much for us to really do there. Then that one's fine. Everyone else is fairly negative except for the humans, which love us. So we've got some very, very good treaties with them, and we're going with a close ally with them. So we're doing that one manually. This one here we've done manually for undermine, but I'm now going to go and befriend is going to be sort of like our overall strategy for these guys. So we'll end up trying to get them to be friendly. Well, we'll try to be friendly with them, which will then affect what we then go and do. So befriend strategy means that our empire is more likely to work towards mid-level treaties. So migration, treaty map sharing, galaxy map sharing, etc. You'll only pursue low-level espionage missions against its empire, stealing map data, etc., which is fine. So we'll leave that one where that is. These ones don't like us, and automatically we've got Conquer, and also the the Komarachi's back in through here. We do have a restricted trade agreement with a lot of these different other factions around us. Now the Famulus, they're not going to trade with us. Not officially. We don't have much trade with them, but now it's going to open up because we've now got borders with them. So, I think we'll just basically leave it where that is, down in this region as well. So I won't sort of do anything much there. We will be wanting to get more trade blocks around the place. It may be that we even try to get the Boskarans. That may be the way to do that one. Just a Boscara assimilation core. Negative 19. Again, this is going to start to get bigger and bigger. They do have a nasty reputation. Now that I've got this massive fleet, I sort of want to make use of it. I want to start to do what I just did with the Atuuks. I want to start to do that with smallish groups, and these guys are really, really geared up for this. Like, we actually could very simply stomp in and actually make sure that they only can buy from us, which would be good. So yeah, shame we didn't get the Keterov world. Well, I'm thinking that if they don't like us controlling all of the resources in their systems, they may declare war on us again, in which case by that stage we'll be ready again. We've just got so much building up to do. So we should see our money situation improve fairly soon. Actually, I'll just go back through. So the first is now second, third, fourth is invasion fleet, which is just basically picking up the troops. Load troops at Matrani 3. The fifth is set for raiding. And it's set back in from the Yantra system. It might change its home base back out to here. But we have a spaceport. There's the mighty Orangutans library with no mission at this stage. So I'm going to set that as the home base for the 5th Strike Force. This one is part of the 3rd Fleet. It is all fueled up and ready to go. It's only got 9 interceptors, 9 bombers. I thought it would have more than that, to be honest. That's interesting. It's very, very powerful. I'll accept that. Yeah, that's part of the 3rd, and the 3rd's role is to basically be back in here. So I'll just tell them to go back and refuel here. Now they've taken over the mangrove from the of Edelgein in the Artis system. Where is that? So they've just come back in. This is they've actually lost. They've got a one of their admirals is on board here. So they're actually struggling here, but they've just taken over this world. It's a Quamino world. Where is that? Interesting. Interesting. So they sent an invasion fleet out there. The invasion fleet got destroyed. And the Quamino have sort of come back in. But in the meantime, the actual planet has fallen. They're trying to build up other things. Well, that's fascinating. So they're not having it all their own way, which is good. Location maps recovered. Here we go, research breakthrough. So while salvaging a hull section in the CU systems, we've made the following discovery. We've found a technology that has given us a research breakthrough in enhanced storage. So this is actually a nice one. This actually helps with our cargo. So if we just go and have a look. So these guys, where are they? They're still around CO5. They should be heading home. They're waiting for fuel tankers. think what we'll do is we'll send them home manually. Just tell them to go back to Matrani. Just as a reset. So they can head off that way. But they did pick up that research. So the enhanced storage, if we have a look and see what this one's got. So, where is it? Down this way, I think. Yeah, so we just picked up enhanced storage into here. Actually, this is the fuel cell version 2. So this is one that we don't normally get hold of. So we've found that one. We've got our own compressed storage anyway. So we've got better cargo bays than what this one is. Oh no, that one's actually still pretty good. Size 25. Yeah, so this one here is competes with this one here. Cargo bay is the same. Mega density fuel cell's better. Actually, fuel cell's still better than that one. It's just the cargo bay is better. All right, that's fine. We do have dense fuel storage in through here as well to get the next one. That's 8 years away. But we've got all these other things we want to be going and getting, so that's fine where we are there. All right, so the trade network is sort of underway. We may even destroy some of these hive ships, like send them in to just clear out the hive ships which are sort of around the place. Like that's a hive destroyer. It can't compete with our first fleet. The first fleet is extremely strong. So we might think about that once they come back in. So just start to sort of clean out those. And in fact, even capturing them would be good. Hi, Von Schweinert, how are you going? Saying Rheingold Commonwealth sounds familiar. Which one's that one? Yeah, the humans here. Traders coming in here anyway to pick up the goods. This is under construction. Just put it back to fully automate. So I'll get that one. Oh, that one's actually doing it anyway. Didn't realise there was another one there. Yep, so no mission for that one. Alright, so all of the stuff we were building in there is really not going to sort of work out all that well. We're picking up all this Intabia fluid. And again, this one is not going to have to be doing too much. They're offering a research agreement. Yep, we'll do that as well. We want to get as close to them as possible. Hi Sev, how are you going? How goes the war? Will it drag on? The war is over. We actually allowed it to finish because we had enough. We had the Zentabia fluid under our control. We weren't going to be able to get Nithos, and we had some of the, like they're going to be paying for us, paying for a lot for the goods that we're in control of. They're offering a non-aggression treaty. We'll take that. The declared war. Oh, now this is actually interesting. I'm now going to declare war back. The Famulus Polymathia has declared war in the Rheingold Interstellar Commonwealth. And the Shiat Unity Swarm. So what we can see through here is the Shiats. Let's just talk a little bit about how this one does work. We're under no obligation to help the Rheingold Interstellar Commonwealth, but I'm going to anyway, because I don't want them to fail, and I certainly now it's a chance for us to do damage to the Famulus Polymathia. If we have a look and see what they've got, the reason that they declared war against the they're at war with the Comanches, in war with the Rheingold. There will be the Shiat Unity Swarm is friendly with them, so this is actually a Gizarian group, which is interesting. Actually, that's open too. It's not even as if they were suppressed with it. So if you look at the Shiat through here, Interesting that they would actually put in with the famulus Polymathia. Oh, subjugated vassal, there they are. They are subjugated. So they were actually, they were crushed a bit with what went on. And so they're basically now working with the Quamino. And so we're going to, I think, help our good friends, the humans. And the humans are sort of in a bit of a compressed zone. So we're going to send the first back out to help them. Now, if we have a look back at what we actually end up having with them. So we do have things, for example, we've got research agreement, military refueling, galaxy map sharing, exploration in territory, migration treaty, mining rights, territory map sharing, free trade agreement, and non-aggression treaty. So if I go back and speak with them, what other treaties could we do? This is the one thing we don't actually have, which if we had have had that with them, the others wouldn't have been able to declare war on them. So you don't get stuff for nothing. So let's just see what they can do if we negotiate a deal. Now, they've got a few things into here. What about we help you in this war? Where's the no, there's nothing there. Actually, the Hive Starfighters, that would be very, very good for us. Storage systems don't matter. Enhanced torpedoes would. That would be good. So we'll give them some stuff as well. Improved countermeasures. We don't need that. So let's go and give them some things. None of these are really worth it. These are all just pirate contacts. So look, I'll put them in contact with all these wonderful pirates. There you go. It's only worth 21,000. Now that's the fission reactor version 2. This is not something that we need because we're using something else. Just slowly build it up to things that don't really matter. Heavy armor would be good for them. Everyone's going to get that. Enhanced storage as well. I could just give them that. Not that it would really matter. I don't want to give them... This is our own tech. Multi-target. This is the multi-lock sensors. Compressed fuel. This is actually ours. Again, so, because I'm just worried about stuff being stolen. So we're nearly there. Let's just give them a little bit of money. Yep, so 255. I'll just make it so that they will likely accept this deal. So there we go, 265. So let's go and offer them this. So we do a bit of tech trading. What do you think of this deal? They accept it. This is good for us. What this one does is it then gives us better fighters. So we've now got this one under, like we've now got this one done. So that's actually good. Accept our proposal. Dismiss that one, and we now have the Epsilon Torpedo version 2, which is good because I did want to start to use that in different places, and we've just given them a whole lot of other stuff as well. But that's a good, again, a good relationship with them. So we've sort of got everything is thumping along. I'm going to declare war on these guys because I know that these are going to need protection. So I think I'll just declare war straight away. I've got protection everywhere that I need it, I think. I don't think I'm going to see much of them coming back in the other way. Which does mean we have to probably leave this one all open at the top here. If the Boscaran become aggressive, we're going to have to then rethink. So I think it's time. Now we've yeah, I think we've got to do this. So we'll speak with them, negotiate a deal. Well, actually, they've got 2 of our spies anyway, so I'll be wanting them back. There's not much else there. And again, what I want to do is I want to take over their, like, you know, stuff in their area of space, like this human world would be a good one for us if we're going to do any sort of invasion. That would actually be a good one for us. All right, I think it's time for us to get a bit aggro. War never ends, says Sev. Yes. Moving to YouTube seems to be buffering again today. That's a shame. Oh, hang on. So, Dwayne, sorry, Dwayne, I missed your comment there. I was looking for a specific technology in the research tree. Is there a search function? There's not. And also, if you, I know that they were talking about it at one point. I sort of know where things are. So you can actually, that's not a search there. You do have the little tour, exit research, but there's no search, which is sort of unusual. Also, depending on how you're playing, you're not going to find that much anyway. So it's not, that should be something that they do address. You get used to where everything actually is, so it's all segmented, but it's not helpful if you're trying to find something very, very particular. Yes, you've got specific little things in through here. We can just go to the actual location. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's doing there. But go to weapons. Oh, that's filtering. Just filters it by specific things. I've never looked at that before, actually. So no, I don't think it does. Sorry. Okay, so Cars Nemo fan saying same here. Channel on Twitch, watch here. Yeah, there we go. There's Bowl and P. Okay, only buffers on Daz's stream every time. That's weird. It must be because I'm coming from Australia, I'm guessing. So for saying, yeah, I've had this happen on many streams that are further away from Finland since early summer this year. It's a shame, actually. Cars is saying, I'll watch other Australian stream and no problem with those. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Really don't know what it is. They talk about bringing search for Galactopedia and research, but not there yet. Yeah, it's actually, that's right. The Galactopedia was going to have it at some point, which is like this one here. I don't think it's got it there yet either. One would think search for tech would be kind of a normal feature. Yeah, I do believe that. I do think it should be. Yeah, it should be actually a standard feature. All right, so we've got the... I think we're going to look at taking these worlds. I think we'll actually concentrate back in here. This would then give us, again, more of like a stepping stone into this area ultimately. And again, I might even send the first all the way out to the home worlds and completely smash them. But initially, I think we're going to have to take them into this location. So with Famulus Polymathia, we're going to speak with them. We're going to offer a treaty. We're going to declare war on them. Now, there is insufficient justification, so our reputation will be impacted. We are, I think our reputation is not that great. So we're going to try to protect the humans as well. Declare war. They've declared war back as well, which is fine. So we just dismissed that one. Okay, so we're now at war again, and with two of them. So we've got with the Shi'at Unity Swarm and with Famulus Polymathia. Now the Shi'ats are here. Now they've been completely suppressed by the others, and this is another one that we could easily just go in with a fleet and just capture all of their refueling stations and stuff like this. So maybe we look at that as well. Now the third, sorry, I'll just get rid of that, diplomacy. So the first is heading back home. Let's not send them back home this time. Let's move them in to some of these locations and just do some destruction on the way through. So the first is pretty well fueled up. So Alakazoo spaceport. we'll just send them in. Just that way we can start to just like crush them in certain areas. So the first can go that way. The second is heading back up the top. They can also come back down as well. And I can start to take over different areas now. So let's have a look and see what they've got. What do they got that we want? Now there is actually an outpost there. Why is that? Is it an outpost? Rocky Desert Moon. No, it's a full location. All right, we won't worry about that one. I don't want these sort of worlds. What I want is just to corner their markets. It's a mining station. It's got a lot of good stuff. So we'll start to just come in and take over these. So the second can just come back in and take over this. So capture that one. So hi Quark, how are you going? So dare I ask if my destroyer is... No, your destroyer is fine. Everything is going well. Fireman is saying, do you ever use the military filter button on the map types in the lower right? No. Actually, where is it? This is the combat overlay off. Yeah, the combat overlay off. It does clean up the map. So I can actually just go and click on it, just to sort of, so I then end up sort of seeing more specific things, but I tend not to use it much. If I just go back and turn it back on again. So you can see there, it sort of hides all of the civilian ships, but at this stage I don't really need it. I have used it, but not much. Yeah, I'll just, yeah, I don't really use it all that much. Maybe I should use it a bit more. I mean, it does sort of certainly help to spot where there's certain things. We know that there's a lot more fleets heading around all over the place from these guys. I don't think we're going to see them at home. So I think the 7th, I'm going to keep the 4th where that is as well. The 5th, I'm going to keep. The 5th is coming back in to operate and raid from over here, which I might now change. I'll keep that one there. That will be okay. Let's just go back through each of the fleets. So the first fleet is now moving down manually to take this, and then we'll start to bring this one across. The second is moving down to take that, and then we'll start to just bounce through their systems. The third fleet is already over here. I'm going to send that in to... I don't know whether I should be trying to protect their home worlds. I think that now that we've declared war, they're going to become more aggressive anyway. So we might just get the third to start to... move over into other areas. So again, they've got like a world here. We don't know how many troops are on board there. That's a world I want to get out of this war if I can. Yeah, a lot of these little things I would be wanting to try to control. So there's a Gizarian world there which they control. They're slowly sort of expanding everywhere. Again, don't really care about that one. So this is the world that we want. Let's just get the third to go and take over. Which one? It's under construction. Yeah, I'll take over this world here. There's no gas giants in this system, I don't think. Oh, yes, there is. No, it's not. It's just that they happen to have stuff there. All right, so we'll take this one. So they can move in to capture that. So we'll start the process. So that's now. What other fleets have we got? We've got the first, second, third is all going in. The fourth is just going back in to get more troops, so we'll wait until we've got like a heap of troops before we land in this system. The fifth is going to be moving down to the front. The sixth is still sitting back over here, which is not fantastic. I'll keep them where they are. I want to keep hold of that, so I'll keep the sixth where they are. I could technically, because there may be invasion fleets coming back home, I could switch over the 7th, which is my only other fleet, to move the 7th across to this mining station. I might just do that. So move that one across to, so there's a home base. And that will be fine. And then we'll send the 6th back to the home world. Just send it back for refueling. They'll do a swap over. And yeah, that should all be good. So we'll end up with all of our fleets now sort of trying to dominate this region of space. So Teekans now get crazy tech when they're at war. Yeah, the Teekans have been really well fleshed out, actually. The Teekans are no longer the dumb, easy beats. That's still the Atuuks. Falcons are saying, you may have already been told, but when you said you wanted the Teekans to get their tech rather than materials, they get both. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, all right, so it's one of their favourite parts of the racial profile. It looks like the Teekans have been really nicely fleshed out, actually. Let's just unpause. Okay, so we've got missions. Destroy valuable enemy facility. Now, this is actually on Shiat 1. So this is actually something where we'd have to bombard this world, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to decline that one. Incoming fleet detected. So now this is actually going after one of our normal sort of ships. So I'm going to dismiss that one. We've got trade ships all the way through here. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if these guys have already got like a fairly high war weariness, I would have thought. No, they're actually is +6, so they're actually well and truly looking after themselves. This is interesting. There's another group in here. It seems to have splintered away from the other Quaminos. I'll decline that. I just want to get a lot more money. Oh, where's that? Oh, they've already got it. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's in their systems. Okay. That would have been nice to have had. There's more pirate ships moving out. There's that as well. Oh, it's way over there. Can't do anything about that one. So dismiss that one. We're under attack by Gravelex. It's the second. That's okay. Not going to be really doing anything. Dismiss that one. So we're seeing things on the edge of our long-range scanners. Looks like this one here has got a long-range scanner on board anyway. Yeah, it does. So so the big Orangutan's library ship will actually be able to spot all sorts of things coming, which is going to be useful. Okay, so we've got treasure recovered. That's all fine. So Falcon's saying, I do wish you could set the messages to always search for, further rather than having to do it manually. It just gets ridiculous when you have wars. To search further. I'm not sure what you mean. Anyway, we'll continue on. Oh, they've been eliminated. The Sinister Raiders. Cool. Now these are their different ships, which is good. So they've got a few, but they're not very strong. That one there is. They've got some good strength there. It's invasion fleets. Defense forces are not really all that strong with them. So we're going to have to try to take the brunt of any attack that does come through. We're going to be wanting to punish the various ships that are coming back in. I'll just turn off the long-range scanners. We know that this ship here has got the long range. Here comes the Mighty First. Now these actually do... there's always a couple of ships that sort of end up a little bit in advance, like the two, like the Beacon and the Tailsly Fox, and the Quark as well. I think those three ships tend to be in the lead. Here comes more ships that we're now seeing coming in. Now these we've now identified. This is actually a. This is interesting. We've now got ourselves an invasion fleet, but we still don't know much about it. We'll find out more as we get closer. So they're moving off into this location, and we'll see other ships now moving in here as well. Now we could deviate off to do damage that way. Incoming fleet detected. So we've got towards Broken Sun. Yeah, again, this is just a transporter. So we'll dismiss that message. The so Falcon saying in ship fights causes many finds and so many messages. Hang on. So when your ship search a battlefield, each find causes a message to appear. If you want to search further, will be satisfied. I'm not sure which faction you're talking about there. Is that Teekans? I'm guessing you're talking about the Teekans, because it's not a feature of what we've got. So they're moving back away with whatever they've got. We'll see what we find at this location. Looks like they're actually all moving off at this point in time. Here's another invasion fleet there. Hopefully we'll be able to catch. There's also raiding. Okay, they're using this as a major base. As we get closer, we'll find more stuff. There's more ships which we don't... Oh, hang on, there's constructors. And there's military ships. More troop transports. Well, we'll see what we can catch here. This is not going to... We're not going to have it not going to have it all our own way with this. But the orangutans library, we're going to have to micromanage whenever this one goes into combat. And actually, with the orangutans, is it... No, it's still got the bombers and interceptors. I thought it would have changed that to hive ships. Now, this is going to be high tech. So we can expect us to have a fair bit of attrition. Now, they've declared war on the Boscara Assimilation Corps. That's good. It keeps both of them occupied and out of our territory. Now, the 17th Strike Force is moving off to attack the Frosid spaceport. And they're coming in from there, and the 5th is trying to move back, but it's not going to get there in time. Now, what is this one? The 17th Strike Force is just 3 ships, but still 1,000 points. So quite strong. They've got extremely strong ships. Now, we should see other ships come and attack us. Dismiss that. Good, is what we want. We want to be basically destroying what we can. So, attacking this ship, this is actually one of their ships, so it's a heavy escort. And again, it's going to have very high strength. What we'll see through here is it won't have much firepower, but we'll have a lot of defenses. And so ultimately we do want to just deviate off each time just to wipe out what we can. There goes the big carrier. It's absolutely smashing this thing apart. There we go. Here comes another one. So this actually is a heavy escort back in through this other side. And again, the big carrier is just going to be able to smash its way through most things. Like it's that's really the key to all of this for us. So if we just get to the third and destroy what we can in here. That there is a frigate, so a bit bigger again. So we'll destroy those. So the third is... so at least we're able to take these things out piecemeal. How are we going with this one? Yep, that's basically dead. Just go to half speed while we're doing all this. Okay, this one here wants us to take out the armor barracks at Shiat 1. No, it's already asked us about that. We already said no. Takama 6. Just where we are, I think. Okay, they're using... I don't know what that was. It must have been, we must have an area of affected weapon on Orangutan's library, I'm thinking. There we are. Now we've used up all of our assault strength again. Why did that happen? Because we did change that last time. Is it remembering it? Yeah, capture condition for ships is never, but bases is always. We're not on the base. So I'm not sure how we lost all of the troops there. It shouldn't be happening. Well, we'll just take this one out. The big carrier is just doing its thing. Small crafter going in, doing what they can. Just make sure I didn't think there's any admirals back there. Okay, the Quark is under attack. Let's have a look and see what's happening in through here. So they're now coming in to assault this one. So the first has got a attack the spaceport, so they're going to be destroying what's in the spaceport. This one's trying to attack the Beacon, which is one of the two big cruisers that we actually end up having. And so the Quark is out in front there, doing the damage. So we'll sort of smash these different things. This will just giving us more and more war score, and that's not really going to worry us too much. We are seeing now all sorts of different things in through here as well. Different fleets. Now the 22nd fleet doesn't got anything on board. So what have they got on the ground here? Not much. Resort base there as well. This would be a good place for us to come and grab something. Let's just go back to the 4th fleet, which is back at Matrani. And I'll just tell them to... so the 4th has now got 12 infantry and 2 armour. Let's just go and pick up, load troops at Matrani 3. And that's going to pick up another couple of armour. And then we'll go across to to assail as well, and do the same over there with those ships. And I will actually move the first maybe back up into the home systems, but there's a lot of ships, a lot of fleets down this way, so there's a lot of killing we can do. Maybe even take over the Shiat system. Anyway, let's have a look at this particular attack going in. Oh, this is going to be easy. So you troop transport with nothing on board. Small craft flying in. Now they will take over different mining stations and things that we end up with. Let's go back to the third again. The big benefit that the Quamino have is their shields, but having these big Actarian ships, it will rip through the shields. Let's get it going here. Frigates. See, again, we've used up all the boarding strength, and I don't know why. Actually, what have they got on board this? Let's have a look and see. There's no sensors, which is unusual. Okay, that'll be destroyed very, very quickly. In the meantime, the third is still active. They're all coming to try to attack the orangutang's library. Now this particular fleet doesn't have anything on board, so really it's just a matter of whittling our way through this one. I'm just going to tell them to move to the other side here. Actually, I might as well just tell them to go and kill these things off as we do it. There should be generals on board, I would have thought. Maybe not. So they've destroyed that one. Here comes a defense fleet. They're using destroyers this time. We haven't seen the destroyers. So we'll go after them. So again, the first. Slowly bringing the shields down. The shields are really the big thing that their ships have got. They don't have incredible firepower, but they do have incredible protection. Trying to jump. Just keep on going after these destroyers. These also are worth a lot of income when we destroy these big ships. You see, they're 12,000 just in ships. Any damage yet ourselves, and this one as well, the mighty Starstream. Alright, so we'll smash that fleet. That's good. So we're at least just getting rid of stuff that is going to make it difficult for them to engage with us. Now they've got an invasion fleet heading out towards the Misum system. Now what have they got? We don't know what they've got. Alright, the 5th is now going to have to move back into here. So I'm going to have to get the 5th strike force across to defend Misum. I'll just go back down that way. Where is it? The 5th. And I will make this the home base of it now. Now we do have, I'm just going to go and build some troops, some more clone troops. Because we don't want them, we're not going to get there in time, I don't think. Hopefully we don't lose that. I wasn't watching what these were doing. I should have been watching. Because I've left that open, I've left the back door open. But I'll just keep on blasting away at that. And the 1st is still just smashing its way through these ships. First again, if I now target this one, they'll still get rid of the other one that's actually in there at this stage. Now, was there, again, I'm just looking for, in the debris, if there's been any commanders that we can get hold of. If we're going to be leaving this system straight away. Just coming in here to get war scores and stuff. Gosh. I'm not going to be here in time, I don't think. Let's just see how we go. So Clark's saying, what I don't understand is ships and troops costs in maintenance even before they're in construction training. Is there a reason for this? Yeah, actually, that's a good point. They really should be only after they've been, particularly with troops. Ships I sort of get because you're reserving stuff. I quite like that. It means you have to be a bit careful when you do actually have ships queued up, just to sort of look after them a little bit. Now we've bloodied their nose here. Do we keep on going at this, or do we send a 3rd back now? We've got one ship that's a little bit injured, not badly though. Let's wipe this out. So let's just keep the, how are you going? The orangutang's hardly any, well, no damage at all really. It's lost all of its fighter craft in these fights, but that's okay. It's still got incredible strength with its other weaponry. So I'll just let the 3rd just sit there and do its own thing for a little while. I might tell them to build a large mining station there. So just start to sort of assume we're going to ultimately end up with that one. Now in terms of the 4th, we now have 12 infantry, 4 armour. Let's go back down to the Assail Moon and go and pick up more from here as well to load troops. We've just got a few things in through here, with a lot still being built. And then we'll go and send that one back here as well to the Misum system, because if we do lose it, we'll have to go back and re-invade it. Yeah, anyway, we'll continue on. Continue on with what we're doing. Hi, SB Farmer, how you going? Now, I'm going to have to get going fairly soon. I wasn't really able to spend much time today doing stuff, but at least we're in another big war. This is going to be a hard war, I've got to say, to sort out. Yeah, that'll be okay. Let's just keep it going. The first, are we sort of ready to move off yet? I think we nearly are. I think we've done a bit of damage. I think we'll just keep on bouncing across. We do need to get refueling though for the first at some point. And by the time we get out to here, we are going to be out of fuel. I've only got just enough to get back to this location. This is the fuel line here. So I mean, it's almost probably worth smashing across to this side and just getting ready to even just leave it here. I might give it the order now to move across to this location, and there's no refueling position in here, unfortunately. Actually, yes, a refueler's on the way. There is there. Who owns that? I'm at war with them. There's a spaceport there. Very, very strong. This must have been like an ancient base or something. Where else is there fuel? Oh, there is right there. And again, who controls it? They do. And our not so good friends over there do as well. Okay, let's have a look and see if we can actually do something with diplomacy. They should still be at war. Yeah, with them. I thought that they'd actually, yeah, we're concerned with your friendship with our enemies. Well, that's actually not the case. We're at war with the enemies. Can we do anything more? Yeah, we can't do anything just yet with that one, so still too soon. Alright, so there's a lot of fleets coming in. The first, we have to get refueling. And there's really nothing, I'm just looking for these little symbols here, there's really nothing that they control through this region of space. There's nothing controllable down here either. Which is sort of interesting actually, there's really nothing much other than back over here. So I think what we'll do is we'll just come in and set these guys up here, I think. So just get the first again and just move them into this location. Just move there, and then we'll actually just sit there for a little while and wait for refueling. The refuelers can just find fuel wherever they are. They're going to be full of fuel, so we'll be able to just get some refueling at that stage. Third is still just smashing apart these enemy ships. What's that one there? It's another destroyer. I'll just let them do their own thing for a little while, and then we'll move them back as well. Even if we lose the MISM system, we'll get it back again. Actually, they're not going to miss them. Where are they heading off to? They're in our long-range scanners. They're going off to raid into here. Okay, the Boscara have invaded and taken over the mangrove of Zix, of the Actarians. I wonder where that is. Oh, way over here. That's a long way around. The Boscarans are over here. This is where their base is. Now they've got planets way on the other side. The 25th Invasion Fleet. Yeah, so here we go. So this one is coming in here. Now, we can now find out what it's doing. It's got 55,000. It's got 1 infantry and 5 armor. So not a hell of a lot. It does have 2 generals that are going to be in part of this particular group. And so they're moving across, and we can see there that they're invading Miss M1, but they're staging at Creecorny. Creecorny will be a moon out here. So Creecorny is... which moon is it? So they were moving out to there to start with. Hang on, that's the wrong one. Creecorny is there. So they're going to be coming in from... they're going to stage here, get ready for the invasion, and then come straight in. And so by that stage, hopefully, we will then have enough... and we should have enough to defend anyway, to be honest. I'm reading that right, aren't I? It's only 1 infantry, 5 armor. The 5 armor is a bit of a problem. But we'll see how we go. Now, the 4th is still loading troops at the sail. The 3rd is still just doing its job back down this way. We're taking a little bit of damage. So some of these ships are, we might actually send them back home again now. So we might tell the 3rd to move back to Miss M1, just so they can repair and get ready for the next bounce. In fact, if I just do that, repair and refuel, so they can all just leave. So we'll just extract them. I don't think we're going to lose any. Away. Just gonna line up. It's trying to escape. Is that everyone? I think it is. So the 3rd is moving back. They're now staging. So they're just going to get everyone ready for the next part of the invasion. They're now lining up to jump. And they're going to be sort of a bit all over the place, but they are getting ready. And we're not going to get there in time. Or maybe. I think these travel faster than us. Just have a look at their speed. So it's just spooling up to jump. Every second counts here. It's only 400,000. That's actually not that fast. I think we're travelling a little bit faster, I think. Oh no, yeah, 440. So we go a little bit faster than what they do. So we have to sort of, if we can come in, as long as we can get back the space supremacy, even if they get to drop those troops, I think that they will drop and then go. 3rd Fleet is heading back. So all these other ships now are moving off to do other damage. Now we do actually have this little strike force is moving in. They're fairly strong, but again, it's fairly the strength is misleading because it's more about their defense. So I'm thinking that that spaceport should be able to protect itself. Here comes the second. Yep, so we're aware of that one. They're going to get there before us. What I'll do is I'll watch this invasion, and then we'll I'll better get going at that point. I'm only playing it at half speed, but I do like the drama of the of these sorts of, when there's a lot of attacks and things going in. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's, you know, fleets moving off doing different stuff. There's other fleets moving in now to go and take over different locations. Actually, what are they doing? Something strike force. Yep, so they're moving off to attack. There's two groups now moving off to attack this one. Here comes the invasion now. So we'll be doing what we can. Now that's moving. They're moving off. This is interesting. So they're now moving off to. They've got a different invasion. This is a 25th invasion force. They're now going to be. They've decided we're too strong, so they're going to go and invade Goil Gurma in the Tel-Taxan system. Now, where's that? This one here. So they're going after that. They're going to decide. They've decided to go after that one there. In that case, the third. Let's move back in now to just see how we go in here. What's our protection like? It's pretty good. We do have good strength there. So what we might do is, and they're moving off again. They've decided this is too difficult for them. But there's still a group moving into here now, into the Seng system. This 28th Strike Force is attacking Seng 2. So we'll just move the 5th across to defend Seng 2. It's 1, that'll be 2. Refuel there. Just make doubly sure they are leaving. Yeah, they've stopped in space. So the invasion is over. What's that group? It's a bigger group. It's actually more powerful. Let's get the third fleet this time to change and refuel here. Refuel at Frosted Spaceport. Actually, I'll just get it to repair there. They'll do a refuel as well. So we get them across. How are we going with our fighters? Only got 4 fighters built at this stage. So we just need to get more done. First is limping its way out. The second is trying to capture that station. Anyway, I've actually run out of time, guys, so I'm going to have to leave it here. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll be playing some Elemental tomorrow. And also there'll be Ashes of the Singularity 2, which is an exceptional game. I was lucky enough to actually test that game when I went to America to visit Stardock, and it was actually incredible game. Like, it was just it's a game that I really didn't think that I would like, but I absolutely loved it. So it's it's very, very cool. And the new Elemental as well, I can tell you, is there's a lot of really cool changes that have come into the newer version of that one as well. So Elemental is really sort of starting to take shape as well. So there'll be a lot of that content. So I probably won't be playing Distant Worlds now for a little while, and probably for another week or so. So I guess it's not that short. But we'll leave it here, where there's lots and lots of stuff going on in the wars. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.